Let's be honest for a second. Most people don't just watch MBTI videos for fun. They watch them for one of three reasons. They're trying to understand themselves, they're trying to understand someone else, or they're trying to confirm a suspicion they already have. Some people binge MBTI content like it's therapy. Some people click one video, immediately disagree with half of it, and never come back. And some people are only here because a friend sent them a link and said, "This is you." So today, we're flipping the camera around. This video is about how each of the 16 personality types actually reacts to MBTI videos, what they're secretly looking for, what makes them feel seen, or immediately click away, and why some types love this content, while others side-eye it hard. If you've ever watched an MBTI video and thought, "Okay, wow, that was uncomfortably accurate," or "Nope, that's not me at all," this one's for you. And if you enjoy MBTI content that understands why you're watching in the first place, hit like, tap subscribe, and comment your type below. Because here on Personality IRL, we don't just talk about personalities, we talk about how they experience the world. Alright, let's press play and see how each type reacts. These types don't click MBTI videos casually. If they're watching, there's a reason. ISTJs usually click MBTI content with quiet skepticism. They're not here for vibes or poetic metaphors. They're here to check accuracy. They're mentally fact-checking the entire video. This is mostly correct, except that part, and that example is exaggerated. If the video is structured, grounded, and practical, they'll keep watching. If it's too abstract or dramatic, they're gone. What resonates most is when MBTI content explains why they do what they do, especially in work, responsibility, and relationships, without turning them into a stereotype. They may not comment, but if they finish the video, that's approval. ESTJs approach MBTI videos like a productivity tool. They're asking, how does this help me improve results or understand people better? They like content that's confident, direct, and useful. They dislike content that feels indecisive, overly emotional, or vague. If the video shows how personality affects leadership, communication, or teamwork, they're locked in. If it just talks about feelings without direction, they lose interest fast. They might say, "This is accurate, but people shouldn't use it as an excuse." And honestly, that's very on brand. INTJs watch MBTI content the way someone reads a research paper, except they're also quietly psychoanalyzing the creator. They're looking for depth, pattern recognition, and long-term insight. If the video feels surface level, they immediately disengage. What resonates is when the content articulates things they've always felt but never bothered to explain out loud, especially when it names their internal world without sensationalizing it. They might not like or comment, but if they subscribe, it means you passed the test. ENTJs watch MBTI videos to assess usefulness. They're asking, "Can I apply this?" They enjoy content that frames personality as potential, growth, and leverage, not limitation. Videos that show how types succeed, fail, lead, and evolve catch their attention. They may get impatient with content that feels passive or overly introspective. But if a video challenges them or reframes their blind spots without attacking them, they respect it. They're more likely to share MBTI videos with others than admit they enjoyed them. These types don't just watch MBTI videos, they feel them. ISFJs usually find MBTI content through relationships. A friend sends it, a family member mentions it, someone says, "This explains you." They're drawn to videos that acknowledge their care, loyalty, and behind-the-scenes effort, especially when it's finally recognized. What resonates most is when MBTI content validates their quiet contributions without framing them as boring or invisible. They might tear up a little when they feel truly seen, and then immediately downplay it. INFJs often feel like MBTI videos found them, not the other way around. They're searching for language for why they feel different, why they think deeply, why they don't quite fit into most systems. What resonates is content that captures nuance, contradiction, and inner complexity without turning them into a mystical caricature. They don't want to be told they're rare just to feel special. They want to be understood. If a video does that, they save it. Rewatch it. And send it to one person who really gets them. ISFPs are selective about MBTI content. If it feels judgmental, boxed in, or overly analytical, they tune out. But when a video respects individuality, values authenticity, and talks about inner truth without forcing labels, it lands deeply. They're watching to feel affirmed, not categorized. They might not engage publicly, but if the video resonates, it sticks with them emotionally long after it ends. INFPs watch MBTI content like a mirror they didn't know they needed. They're drawn to videos that explore identity, purpose, and emotional depth. They're listening for meaning between the lines. What resonates most is when content acknowledges both their idealism and their struggle with real-world follow-through, without shaming them for it. They might comment something heartfelt, then delete it, then rewrite it, then finally post it. These types approach MBTI content with curiosity, but also a short attention span. ESTPs don't usually seek out MBTI content. If they're watching, something caught their attention. They like videos that are fast-paced, confident, and grounded in real-life behavior, not theory-heavy explanations. If it feels too abstract, they bounce. If it feels real, practical, or calls them out in a way that's kind of funny, they're in. They might laugh and say, "Okay, yeah, that's accurate," then move on with their day. ESFPs enjoy MBTI content when it feels warm, engaging, and emotionally validating. They like seeing their joy, expressiveness, and emotional intelligence acknowledged, not dismissed as shallow. If the video feels cold or overly intellectual, they disengage. But if it feels human, affirming, and relatable, they feel seen. They're more likely to watch MBTI videos that feel like conversations, not lectures. Did we get that right, ESFPs? We see you. ENTPs watch MBTI content half curious, half ready to debate it. They enjoy videos that explore ideas, challenge assumptions, and leave room for interpretation. They dislike rigid conclusions. If a video sparks new questions or reframes something in a clever way, they're hooked. They might pause the video just to argue with it out loud, and that's how you know it worked. ENFPs watch MBTI content looking for emotional resonance and possibility. They want to feel inspired, understood, and hopeful, not boxed in. What resonates most is content that connects patterns, emotions, and growth, while still feeling light and human. If a video names something they've always felt but couldn't articulate, it sticks with them deeply. These types often react more subtly, but their engagement is just as real. ISTPs are not the most obvious MBTI audience. They're skeptical and practical. They're more likely to watch if the video is calm, straightforward, and doesn't overanalyze emotions. What resonates is content that explains behavior clearly without dramatizing it. They won't say much, but if they keep watching, you earned it. INTPs approach MBTI content like a thought experiment. They're analyzing the logic, definitions, and theoretical consistency of what's being said. They enjoy videos that respect complexity and avoid oversimplification. If a video sparks insight rather than conclusions, they appreciate it, even if they don't fully agree. ENFJs watch MBTI content to understand people better. They're thinking about how this information applies to relationships, growth, and group dynamics. They resonate with videos that highlight emotional patterns, communication styles, and potential, not just traits. They're also the most likely to send MBTI videos to friends and say, "This explains us." Thanks ahead of time for sharing this one, ENFJs. ESFJs engage with MBTI content when it feels relatable, affirming, and socially grounded. They enjoy content that validates their care, commitment, and role in holding people together. If a video feels dismissive of tradition or community, they tune out. If it honors connection, they feel seen. They often use MBTI content as a tool to understand and support others, not just themselves. So, how do you react to MBTI videos? Do you analyze them, feel them, debate them, or quietly save them and think about them later? Your reaction says just as much about your personality as the content itself. Now it's your turn. Comment your MBTI type and tell me what you look for in MBTI videos. Accuracy, validation, growth, entertainment? And if this video made you feel understood in how you consume personality content, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because here on Personality IRL, we don't just explain personality types. We understand why you're watching in the first place. And if you're still here, yeah, this channel is probably your type. Thanks for watching.